Mr. Negative is one of my favorite build-around cards in Marvel Snap. Very potent effect if you can leverage it appropriately during your games and inside of deck building, but with the addition of Mobius and Mobius to the game, a lot of people have talked about this card as though it's no longer playable. While today's deck list I don't think is format warping by any means, I won over half my matches inside of Conquest with it and picked up a couple of gold tickets while thoroughly enjoying myself. While Mobius and Mobius does make your negative cards have their original cost, there's plenty of powerful ways that we can play inside of negative to interact with that card so our cards can be cheap or free. Most notably, Rogue here is a great way to take your opponent's Mobius effect and use it against them, and more recently, Lady Deathstrike has become a favorite of mine who blows away not only Mobius, but copies of Luke Cage and Elsa and all sorts of other cheap little cards that your opponent is playing to the board. The rest of this deck is looking to set up Arnim Zola style combos with our extra negative energy. We can either blow away and duplicate a copy of Null, we can create copies of 5 Power Iron Men, or we can just set up a good old-fashioned Black Panther that we've powered up with Forge to put lots of stats in 2 different lanes. I hope you enjoy the game highlights that I have for you today. I think they're a fantastically fun example of the strength of not only Mr. Negative, but Lady Deathstrike in this metagame as well. If you do enjoy what you see, snap that button for the rest of the day. Have fun. They might be blowing up the middle anyways, but I'm gonna take the Mobius here just in case. I'm probably supposed to magic, if only because it gives me more shots at free Iron Man, right? Oh, yeah, maybe I am just supposed to turn off Death's Domain with the what's his name? It's a good take.
Enough said, Bob.
It's fine. I'm just gonna win this 1 in 3 and take 8 cubes off of him. Oh my gosh, we beat them regardless of what we hit here. Is having double null against the destroy deck good? If so, why? Please explain. Other Mobius beater, chat. Killmonger like wiped some sweat from his brow and was like, whew, I'm no longer Jeff's most hated card. There's someone in my corner again. I would wager they're not an Alioth deck based on the cards we've seen so far. If I don't draw Iron Man next turn, I'm gonna snap. I'm gonna wait and see if we draw Iron Man. Mother of God. Altar of Death is great for us. And learning to play around your own cards and retreat appropriately. Yeah, there's a chance Chavez is our last card. I agree with that. What do you think about cutting off Altar of Death as an avenue of being useful from here on out? This is it. The game where I get a bunch of cubes. Mr. Negative players holding back tears. Listen, I'm not saying you're wrong, but I am saying you didn't have to say it out loud. It's kind of rude. Blow Craven and Jeff away before they moved. Oh my god, we'd have massacred them. Alright, they low rolled with the Craven move, so we got that going for us. Okay, like this isn't a great play, but I think it's the play. And then if we peel Lady Deathstrike, we can Lady Deathstrike plus Iron Man plus Mystique next turn. And the null is just big enough to not die. I moved mid before turn 5. Okay. I think this is the play then. I said this was it, chat. I said this was the game that we got 4 cubes. And they laughed at me. They said Mr. Negative never gets 4 cubes. Mr. Negative's unplayable. Now who's laughing? Lady Deathstrike came off the top. And she showed what we're working with here. Genuine question, how do you express good game in Marvel Snap without seeming rude? You let your opponent do it first and then you return the sentiment back. You believe in magic and a turn 7. Do 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 do. Do, 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 do. Iron Man and a null both in our deck here. Need to decide what we're doing yet. I'm gonna open on this. They can't interact with the limbo. Oh my god, the Red Skull's so good for us because it makes null significantly bigger. That's great. Do this, and then we Zol the null next turn. Oh, I guess playing the Psylocke mid means I can't play Iron Man there when I draw it, but that should be fine, right? Because this is going to be 25, and this is going to be plus 12. We'll do this here for the sake of numbers, but maybe I'm supposed to play the Psylocke off-center. Got him. Nice purple fart. I am Iron Man. Victory. Hey, Infinite the Moon Girls deck. Yeah, that one's super reasonable. You having fun? Hey. This bumps all around. We have our best draw possible here to start. Bast into Psylocke into negative, and none of our 0 cost cards in our hand just yet. So hopefully that continues to go that way. Yep. Ideally, we avoid drawing any of our expensive cards here. That'll do, pig. Someone asked, what do you think are my best chances to win this season if I'm missing a card? Well, you're in luck. I posted a best decks video this morning covering a range of different strategies. Recommend checking that out, finding something that fits your collection. Likely don't have to worry about my lady. This feels like it does feel a touch rude.
I am Iron Man. Wakanda forever. Ooh. Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man here.
We were 100% there, right? Even if they pulled Lady Deathstrike mid, we'd be winning here.
Victory.
I guess if they pulled Lady Deathstrike and went left, we would lose the game, huh? So we were 25%. If you're not shown adverts, when I tell you I'm going to run adverts, that typically means you live in a non-US country where Twitch.tv has not sold appropriate or any amounts of ad space. Like, generally speaking, Twitch only has, like, the US and Canada and, like, the UK, the highest dollar markets for ad sells. Brazil tends to have ad space sold as well. It's good to know. Chat, this might be a pass. 7 power Lady Deathstrike. Arnims will have the Lady Deathstrike angle.
Opponent snapped.
Am I showing them Milady? Yeah, I guess she'll be 9 from the Stark Tower. I believe. I believe, chat.
All systems go.
Lady in red, murder their board. I feel like there's a crazy combination of things they could do with a Loki that could get the Collector out of Lady range. I think having priority here is good for us. She's my butterfly, chat. Our sugar baby. My wife played Goliath on my weekend plans. I'm going hiking, but hiking's wonderful.
Oh, snap.
One of the last decent weather things before it gets too cold. Solid choice. I know. I'm basically an expert. Alright, one Lady Deathstrike, please. Yep. To answer your question about how serious I am into it, not very. My wife and I have been playing casually with the kids. Gosh, Lady Deathstrike last turn would have just murdered them. Sedge. My wife and I took some of our savings and we bought a site at a private campground that has like a frisbee golf course among other things. So we've been playing with the kids.
Wakanda forever.
Murder, she wrote. Yep. Look at the little baby absorbing man. Sit down, Grandma. That's the good stuff right there. That's all. Snap the like button if you'd be so kind, and check back in again tomorrow for another highlight.